let me give you credit because we were talking on the radio and you said, boy, JD Vance, he knocked it out of the park last night. He's presidential. And I said, that should be a segment tonight. Will you come on? Why did you say what you did to me this morning?
Well, let me be clear. If we get a third term of Trump, I'm totally in. So I love
Me
JD,
too.
but I will do a third term of Trump. You know, no kings, of course. But I was watching JD Vance at Ole Miss last night, and I admitted to you when we were chatting about this earlier today, Grant, that I didn't know a ton about JD Vance. I don't think many of us did. We knew he was a senator. We knew some of his work, some of his life story, but I don't think we really knew him in a big way on the national stage. And so as he became vice president and he's come into that role, what I pointed out to you is that I think this needs to be a litmus test for presidential candidates, for people who want to run the country, to go stand in front of a crowd of people who are friendly and who are not friendly and respectfully answer their questions. And I was blown away with the intelligence of JD Vance, the likability. He had fun with the crowd. I think he even made some of the opposition laugh and smile a little bit. And he was personal. He was vulnerable. He talked about his family. He revealed that his wife is an atheist while he's a Catholic, and that's the Bible is important to him. I mean, he was just open. He was raw. He was smart. And I think he would be a great successor to President Trump's legacy. And maybe we have Marco Rubio as his running mate. I think that would be a killer ticket.
Well, it would be a great team. And you know, when you are in an arena like where Ole Miss plays basketball, it's about as big as an NBA-sized arena. I think it probably fits 17, 20,000 people in there. You could get all kinds of questions. He got some tough ones. Cut 17 for the guys behind the glass. Roll that for Jen.
We cannot have an immigration policy where what was good for the country 50 or 60 years ago binds the country inevitably for the future. There's too many people who want to come to the United States of America, and my job as vice president is not to look out for the interests of the whole world. It's to look out for the people of the United States.
All right, your thoughts, Jen.
Yeah, this was actually my favorite interaction because this woman, you wouldn't have time to play all of the questions that she asked. She asked about 9 questions, and he had a little fun with her. This is where he got vulnerable about his marriage, and then he made clear and articulated the conservative viewpoint on legal immigration into our country. And he was so effective, and it just got me thinking, this is somebody who could stand up, who could run the country, no questions asked. We could not see Kamala Harris do this. We would not be able to see Joe Biden do this. And while Gavin Newsom is a political force, I don't know if we could see him do this in a way that was as authentic and real and vulnerable as JD Vance proved himself to be.
All right, let me play one more for you. This is Vance talking about Thomas Massie, the big thorn in President Trump's side, a Republican, of course.
During 2023, where I was trying to stop the limitless flow of American money to Ukraine, and Thomas was one of the people I was working closest with it. But that's one thing. Being independent, having your own opinions is one thing. Voting against the party on every single issue, you're eventually going to make too many enemies.
Jen?
Yeah, that's what he's done. I think that's why President Trump has made it his mission. Look, you have voters who voted for President Trump, and more importantly than just the president, the America First agenda. That's what JD Vance represents. That's what President Trump represents. That's what members of Congress should realize they've been elected to represent. And so I think you make a big mistake. Instead of just articulating some of the things you don't agree with to actually use yourself as a blockade, it's not effective. It's not what the voters want.